Hi everybody, it's been quite a while since I made a video. Swedish Kitchen Chronicles has been resting for over a year, but that has to do with me having a lot at work. I am now finally retired, so hopefully I'll be able to do this a little bit more in the future. I also have new grandchildren, which is nice. The dog died, which was not so nice. We've done a lot of traveling, so there just wasn't time. But now I hope to get back into the swing of things. So to start us off, today I thought I'd make something called Biff Lindström. Now this is a Swedish beef patty, which is made with capers and pickled beets and onion. And the story goes that it was a Finnish army officer who was stationed in Kalmar, and he was from Russia originally. So he wanted to treat his friends to a traditional Russian dish. So he asked the kitchen for the ingredients, went into the kitchen and made these beef patties. And they've been on the menu for this restaurant ever since. And this was back in the 1870s. At least that's one of the stories. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so in order to make this dish, you are going to need pickled beets. These are sliced pickled beets. About half a kilo of ground beef. Half a kilo is what? A little bit over a pound. 2 eggs, ordinary eggs, which I hope I won't break. Yellow onion, and capers. These are medium-sized capers. And of course, salt and pepper. And this dish is traditionally served with boiled potatoes and the vegetable of your choice. So let's get cooking. We start off with the onions and the beets. So the onions and the beets need to be finely chopped. And I cheat, so I use my little chopper. I'll take you over to it right just now. But what you need to do is peel the onion and then finely chop it. And I usually chop it in my little chopper, but of course you can do that by hand. That's totally up to you. I just find it's a lot quicker just to chop it up with my little chopper. And then we're going to need to do the beets in the same way. Just chop them really quickly. And okay, from now on we're doing voiceover because it's just going to be so much easier for me. The next thing you do, I have about half a pound of the ground beef here in my KitchenAid because again, I'm fairly lazy, so I like to use the KitchenAid. And to this, we are going to add about a deciliter of the chopped onions. After we've added the onions, we add 2 egg yolks. Next comes about a deciliter or 2 deciliters of finely chopped pickled beets. And then the capers. Now these are the medium-sized capers, which is they will be a bit big in the beef patties, so I'm going to chop them up just a little bit. And you want maybe a tablespoon or 2 of the capers. And then, of course, a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. Maybe about a teaspoon or so of salt. That should do it. Mix thoroughly, either by hand or using a machine. Not too long, but just enough so that it gets well blended. Next, you just form meat patties. You should be able to get about 12 patties out of this. If you make them too large, they're just going to fall apart in the pan, so try to keep the size fairly small and even. So there's 12 patties. All we have to do now is fry them up on a medium heat for about 2 to 3 minutes aside. You don't want to cook them for too long, though they should still be a little bit pink in the middle. And there you have it, Biff à la Lindström. They're fairly pink looking, but we serve them with pickled beets, potatoes, and a vegetable of your choice. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, well, that's it for this week. I hope to be back next week. Enjoy. I'll see you next time. Bye.